Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I fill in my brows and all the tips and tricks that I have learned along the way and all the products I use to achieve the brows I want. As you can see, I have very sparse brows. I have the shape, but they are just not very full. So if you want to see how I do that, just keep watching. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade dark brown. So what I like to do first is give them a good brush all the way through and place them where I want them to be. And then I go in with the Brow Wiz and I start right about here with the light hand and small strokes. And I always like to brush in between every step. Once I have the bottom line done, I like to go on top where I want my brow to be. And right where we started the bottom line, I'm gonna start at the top. So same thing, small, light strokes. And I follow my arch. And then on the tail, I make the bottom and the top meet. Also, what you can do is brush all your hairs down, and that should give you a very clean line where your brow should be. So you can go in and fill in again any little gaps. With a very light hand. And then you brush them again. It should look something like that. And then now we're just gonna fill in. So to fill them in, I like to use e.l.f.'s Instant Brow Lift. I love the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but I recently tried the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift and I really enjoy it. My only thing with it is that when you first get it, it's very pointy. And then since I've already used it a couple of times, it's kind of rounded, so it's not so pointy like the Anastasia is. You see the difference? That's why I like to draw the lines with the Anastasia, and then I can go in with the e.l.f. and fill them in. So you're not really like dragging, you're just doing small little strokes and filling them in. And fill them in. And then again, you want to brush it through it and make sure with the spoolie and make sure everything is blended and nothing is patchy, because otherwise it's not going to look natural at all. Well, now it looks a little messy, you know, around the edges, but don't worry, we're gonna clean that up. So now that we have most of our brow filled in, I like to go with the Brow Wiz in very light strokes, because it will look the most natural if you do very light strokes upward. So I draw a tiny little line on the bottom and very light-handed. So just like that. And I give it a good brush. Just like that. And you have to make sure you brush it through, especially over here, so it doesn't look like a square, because that doesn't look natural whatsoever. Like that. So now what you want to do is clean all the edges, because when you brush through every step, the spoolie will drag the product around the edges on top and on the bottom. So you want to clean that up so it's nice and neat. So to clean that up, I want to use Benefit Cosmetics Highbrow. It's a pencil like that. So you can go straight on with that, or you can use a brush. I like to use a concealer brush like that, so it helps me be very precise on the edges. So what I do is I go right here. So this is gonna highlight and lift up our eyes and clean up all the little product that might be left in there. So then I just go and blend it all. I don't put anything here. This is enough so you can clean your whole brow and highlight over here. So I don't really go all the way from here there. I just start right about here. And then I go and blend it all together. Kind of like going down towards my crease. So now it's a nice clean line on the bottom of our brows. So for the top of your brows, I don't recommend something that is lighter than your skin tone, because you don't really want to highlight this part. You just want to clean up the edges. So what I do is I go back with my foundation in I put very tiny bit on the back of my hand, like literally that much. And I go back with the same brush. So this is where you want to go and just clean that up and blend it with your skin. And then you go all the way around in all the areas that you want to clean up. I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel just to keep them in place. So I just like to brush upward and then I tilt sideways towards the tail. And that's it. So now we can do the same to the other side. So after you apply the brow gel, just take another look and see if there's any little areas that need to be filled in again. Okay, so now our brows are done. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I do my brows.